next day in February. For my subscribers who are back with me, you know that I'm trying to go live every day this month. It's a challenge for me, and I'm going to do my best. But I'm here live again. It is 8:20 p.m. in Bangkok, Thailand. And I'm hoping I can catch some of my early birds, my morning birds back in the US, back in the West, and as well as my new subscribers from out east. It's late for us, but it's not too late. So hopefully we can have a great conversation today. I don't want my thumbnail to be confusing. I want you guys to understand that this conversation today that we're going to have on live is about living in the moment, but also preparing for your future. So that's what I really want to focus on in this chat, and hopefully I can help somebody out there. So if you're not subscribed and you want to follow along with me on my journey, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can stay tuned with new things that I post. And of course, if you enjoy this video as we go along, please feel free to hit that like button. It really helps my channel. Thank you. So today, what I wanted to talk about on this live stream of just raw, unfiltered Bria-maine, just jumping on live stream. As you guys can see, I got my kimono on. I'm chilling. I'm at the crib. Like, I'm ready to chat with you guys. And today, the thing that really was called to me to talk about was the process of like really enjoying your day-to-day life and being grateful for what you do on a regular basis, what you have, the resources you have, focusing on what you have versus what you don't have. And then also at the same time, the juxtaposition of having to like, yeah, literally put some work in onto what you want for your future, goals that you have, things you want to accomplish. Like, obviously a lot of things don't happen overnight. So I feel like there's been a struggle for me, at least, between like what I want to accomplish in the future and accepting who I am today and being happy with life today, because life is impermanent. You don't know when it's going to end. You don't know when you're going to be snuffed out. So it's kind of like you want to enjoy like today, but at the same time you kind of want to plan for your future to be better. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, and hopefully this is a good topic for you guys. I'm going to be reading the chat. I got my computer here. Let me go ahead and pull it up real quick before we even get deep into it, honey. Let me just pull the chat up. I can see it on my phone, but like it's so small. I'm like, oh my God, I can't see anything. Small. I'm like, oh my God. All right, so I got the live going on my computer. Right now I see Detroit, Michigan saying good morning. Your notifications are always the first ones I see every morning. Oh, that's great. I'm just glad you're getting the notification, honey. I'm just glad you're getting it, because at one point I was like, I don't even know if my subbies are seeing that I am live right now. So I'm glad to know that you're getting it, and hopefully this is a good time for you. I don't know why you're up so early. Maybe you're just an early bird like me, but I chose this time period because I feel like a lot of my subscribers are back out west and you guys are like waking up, and this is a good time to speak with you before you get your day started. Because when I stream like at a later time, which was, I think it was like early in the day for me because I'm in Bangkok, we're on opposite times, you know? So I think it was like 2 o'clock in the daytime, but it's like 2 a.m. for you guys, and it was a hot mess. Like the chat, it was like the people I was getting, I was like, these aren't even my subbies. So I think this is like the best time for me to go live, and I'm kind of going to stick to that a little bit during this whole month of me trying to live stream like every single day. So we'll see what happens, but thank you for being here. Poet said, let's get deep. Detroit, Michigan says, make sure everyone hit the bell on her videos. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Nah, I'm up every morning. I'm an entrepreneur. We always up. Yeah, if you about your money, if you a hustler, you gonna be up. We don't have time to sleep. You got like a couple hours to sleep. Like, I've been trying to even change my sleep schedule to be like, okay, at the earliest I go to sleep around midnight, and then I wake up at like 5:36. Like, that's ideal for me, but I know some people might be like, that's crazy. Like, what are you talking about? But being an entrepreneur and like literally me working is what makes me money. Like it's not about going into like an office. Like I've been trying to make a schedule where I'm just like, yo, you gotta be up and you gotta be working when people are sleeping. So that's refreshing to hear. It's not the easiest, but it's a reality. Trigger, hold on, let me bring this back up. Trigger Didon said, "Rip Justin Bieber." That might be denounced to me. I didn't know. Like it's, I don't even want this to turn to another thing, but I'll research later what's going on with him. But I'm unaware of that. Dracar Covington says, "Hey, Dracar." Eugene is in the chat. What's up? What's up? Detroit, Michigan says, "Well, I'm a nerd then." I'm a nerd too, so I love a good nerd. Don't feel any type of way about that. Holly Klein says, "Good morning, Bria." Good morning, Holly. It's nighttime for me here in Bangkok, but thank you for joining the conversation. So, okay, you guys. What's been on my mind? If I'm gonna be able to really go live like every day this month, I'm gonna just have to talk about random shit that like pops up in my head that I'm just really thinking about. And so today, from the title of this video, it's how to plan for your future. And then if you guys saw the thumbnail, it was like, wow, like living in the moment or something like that. I really want to talk about that because this yin and yang thing, yin and yang, whatever, just keeps popping up in my life like in 2025. It's like the balance of like knowing how to appreciate what you have going on right here and right now, but also mentally be preparing for things you want in the future or working on the goals you have in the future. So I've struggled with that a lot, and I hope that having this conversation with y'all helps somebody because I know I can't be the only one. You know, coming to Thailand, I felt so accomplished. This is my second time, but I felt so accomplished as far as like I'm coming here to live here and I'm gonna get a condo and everything, and it felt so good to the point where I kind of forgot about what I'm supposed to be doing in the next year. You know, I'm like, I have a 12-month lease here. It's amazing, but at the same time, I have to be focused on, like, okay, what are you doing after that? Are you going to renew this lease? Are you going to move somewhere else? Are you going to go traveling? Are you going to go back to the US? So there is a part of me that's like constantly mentally like trying to prepare for my future and trying to be like focused on what's happening in the future. But at the same time, I'm like, I worked so damn hard just to get to Thailand, just to get this 12-month lease, that a part of me was like, you can't even appreciate it, you can't even enjoy it. And then I had to sit and think and be like, well, what's really the issue? And I think that we're so programmed to achieve something and then the bar gets shifted up. It gets shifted up. So once you achieve something, you don't really get the time to enjoy it. Really just like dwell in it and be like, yeah, I did that. It's like, no, because as soon as you accomplish that, it's like, yeah, we need to accomplish this now, you know? And so I've had to work with myself about that and be like, Brie, you're not really giving yourself the time to actually enjoy and appreciate the goals that you have accomplished, because as soon as you do, you're on to the next one. So I fought with myself and I was like, well, you need to be more present in the moment, day to day, enjoy this and that. And I'm like, that's great. That's wonderful. But realistically, who's preparing for me when I get older? Like, who's preparing for me next year? Who's preparing? Like, you have to depend on yourself for both. And so I feel like there's this balance issue that I've been like fighting with, where I'm like, on one side, I just want to be like, I love my life. I live in Thailand. I moved out here. It's great. It's wonderful. But then another side of me is just like, okay, well, what are you going to do to create a lifestyle for you to actually settle down when you get older, you know? And I'm like, maybe that's something I shouldn't be thinking about. People like, live in the moment. And I think that's the thing. I'm like, you have to think about both. Let's be honest. You have to think about you here, right now, today, this week, this month, whatever. But you also have to think about you if you want to live for a long time. And I do, guys. Like, I want to live for a long time. Like, my grandma, God rest her soul, like, she lived for a decent amount of time, you know? I would only hope to live at least as many years as she did, you know? So I want to live a lot longer, and I think that the people who do live to those ages put a little work in. And they like are like, okay, I'm preparing, I'm doing certain things, I'm managing certain things so that I can live a long life. So on one end, I want to be like, YOLO, you only live once, like, let's get it, have fun, travel, live your best life. But on another end, I'm kind of like, I really want to make the right decision so that I can be that person who's retired, chilling, living their best life. They're not worried about it, because it ends short for a lot of us, let's be honest. I don't want to be morbid. Loved ones in my life who ended short, and I understand, you know? Usually for me, I'm like, either you're old, you know, naturally you getting taken out, or either some horrible situation happened unnaturally that is a tragedy, you know? Like, for me, if I can live as old as I can, I take it. I don't want to be here forever, but I could be 100-year-old lady on the dance floor, like, jigging, you know? Like, I'm okay with that. But realistically, it's like, who's preparing for that? Most people are preparing to just, like, live a short life. That's what I think. Like, a lot of us don't think about it. So I've been trying to, I don't know, deal with this whole, like, storm inside my head that's like, yeah, live your best life. Be in Thailand, be in Bangkok, have your condo, do whatever. But another part of me is like, how can we create generational wealth? How can we make sure that the people who come after me are okay? How can we make sure that when I get to a certain age that I'm not able to work, or I'm not as spunky as I am right now, I can still make money, you know? Like, these are the thoughts that pop in my head. I don't know about you guys, but this has been something I've been thinking about. So I'm going to check into the chat, see who's joining us, and see what you guys have to say. But hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you want to be in the moment, live your best life, like, have fun. But at the same time, it's like, how do you sustain that? You know, like, how do you continue to be able to live this type of lifestyle? Or even, for me, for example, like, when my lease ends, I want to travel. I have to think about that. I'm like, how do you sustain you traveling and seeing other countries and going other places, but at the same time living in the moment, enjoying Bangkok, being here with friends, partying it up? I'm like, to a certain extent, like, I've kind of, like, secluded into myself, where I'm like, okay, I had fun, but right now I kind of just want to be at home in my condo that I paid for 12 months, focusing on myself, thinking about what the future looks like. Because as much as I want to live in the moment and have fun and do everything, I know that I want to be here longer. You know, like, this isn't the end all be all for me. I just want to party in Bangkok and live in Thailand. This is great. Like, there's so much more that I want to do with my life. So hopefully you guys get where I'm coming from. I'm gonna look in the chat. Let me drink some water, y'all. I see we have Didi. Wait, I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know I can't read. Hold on. Debo1 says, hey from Liechtenstein. How's it going? Early bird catches the worm. Hi. Glad you're joining us. And yes, the early bird does catch the worm. And we're just here to have a conversation, honey. Like, these videos, these live streams I'm doing are nothing too serious. It's really just me making a dedication to getting on live stream every day for the month of February and Black History Month, to just chat with you guys, because this is a challenge for me. It's something I wouldn't normally do. But thank you so much for joining the stream. Mackenzie Thompson says, hello, how are you? I'm doing very well. Thank you so much. And I wish the same to you. Let me see. Dracar Covington says, would you go back to teaching? I would definitely go back to teaching. It's just, a lot of things that I'm battling with now a little bit. I don't want to work to make money. I want to work for purpose. And I'll leave it at that because I feel like me talking about my work endeavors could probably be a whole nother live stream. But like, I'm okay. I'm okay, but definitely I will go back to teaching. You guys see why I need a moderator. I don't even have to say. Y'all can just look at the chat. Just look at it. See why I need a moderator. Chosen Ready Made says, hey, love. Hi. Thanks for joining us. Detroit, Michigan says, if you do come back to the USA, Detroit, Michigan sells houses for $1,000. You just have to fix it up. That's content if you're ready for that. You know what? Detroit, Michigan has always been a place that was on my bucket list because when I was in high school, well, first of all, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, so we're not that far away, honey. I could drive to you. But when I was in high school in Atlanta, Georgia, my favorite teacher was from Michigan, Detroit, and I loved him. Like, he was just the kindest man, most knowledgeable man I had ever met. And when I injured myself, because I was big into sports, I played basketball, I ran track, I did volleyball, a bunch of stuff. But my family can really afford to pay for me as an injured athlete, you know? This, he was an athletic director, but he was also a teacher. He helped me continue my sports career. And he was from Michigan, Detroit, and like I will literally never forget that. He was my favorite teacher. He probably doesn't even know it, but his impact on me was so big. And anyway, I don't want to make this about Detroit, but it's on my bucket list. It's on my bucket list. Let me see if I can get this person up out of here. Let me see if I can get you up out of here. Okay. DQ says hi. Hi. Eugene says, living in the moment is fun until you realize you didn't prep for the future. Thanks, Eugene, for joining my live. I know you're a very busy, booked and busy individual, so I appreciate you being here. And I completely agree. A lot of people, especially moving abroad, don't really think about the fact that, like, yeah, it's fun and it's cool and we're hanging out and we're drinking and we're doing whatever. But I'm like, if you're not preparing for your future to a certain extent, you're going to hit rock bottom or it's going to be tough for you. And I want to avoid that kind of trauma for at least my subscribers and people who follow my channel. I'm like, whether you're living nomadically in the West, whether you decide to move abroad, like you have to think about not just today and now, but also what are the plans for your future. So I think that's a good point for me to transition a little because I wanted to talk with you guys about what I have planned for the future, because living in the moment pretty much is like me being in Bangkok. I don't necessarily have to work at the moment, but I want to work at the moment. I'm being a full-time content creator. I am making amazing, wonderful friendships and networking with people that I would have never had the opportunity to meet back in the States. But realistically, this isn't what I want to do full-time. You know, like this is an amazing situation, but full-time I want to travel. Like I want to see the world. My goal is to see as many countries as I can before I die. I don't really have any intentions of moving back to America unless a lot of things change. Of course, I will go back to visit and see family and work on certain projects, but realistically, I want to live abroad and travel. And it doesn't single out to Thailand. And I had to come to that realization recently where I was like, I love Thailand. I love Bangkok. I love being here, but I want to travel, you know? So I'm like, I want to see other places. I don't feel like I'm at a place in my life where I can really just say, like, this is it. I'm going to be here forever. And I'm going to set up roots here. And I'm not going anywhere. Like, I just don't see that. I see me traveling this world, doing other things. And, you know, heck, Bangkok for me has been a home base just like America. So I will continue to keep it that way. But at the same time, like, no, I'm probably going to go to Africa. I've been seeing a lot of stuff about like getting land in Africa or setting up space for the same price that I pay for my condo here in Thailand. I can have like a small home in Africa and for the year, like paid out for the year versus here, monthly. So these are conversations I feel like will grow over time when you have more people engaging in these activities and doing these type of things. But I wanted to have this conversation with you guys because I'm like, look, yeah, enjoy here today and now. There could be a freaking comment that crashes, kills all of us right now. You should have just enjoyed today. But at the same time, think about your future. For sure, think about your future, where you're going, what you're doing, what path are you on, what trajectory is right for you, because I think a lot of people get very comfortable. And I say the worst thing you can do is get comfortable. I just said that to my best friend today. We were talking on the phone. He just arrived back in the States from visiting me in Thailand. And I was like, don't get comfortable. The worst thing you can do is get comfortable. Because you should always be preparing for what's next. But at the same time, people say live in the moment. Have fun today. And I'm like, you have to find that balance. So I hope my subscribers, my people out here watching me, kind of understand where I'm coming from. Where I'm like, yeah, live your best life, have fun, do whatever, live like there's no tomorrow. But at the same time, you need to be thinking about, like, what is your plan? Like, if you don't have no plan, life is going to take you, sway you, drag you, throw you any which way possible. You have to have some type of plan, some type of trajectory, some type of route, some type of path that's going to lead you in the direction you want to go. Because if not, you're just going to be dragged along. That's how I personally feel. Let me know if you guys think differently, because I'm open for other opinions, But that's how I personally feel. I'm like, I've been so focused on today, here and now, what I'm doing now. And I'm like, that's amazing. I've done really well with that. But something was missing. And I think what was missing was that balance of being like, well, what do you want to do in the future? Today and the future. Both. Balance them. See where you go. So the comments we have chosen ready-made with a bunch of hearts. Green at that. Thank you, love. You will love. Put the work in. Let me see who else we got. Oh, same person. Chosen ready-made said proud of you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I literally have to remind myself on a daily basis that I'm proud of myself. I literally tell myself, like, I'm proud of you, Briamaine. Like, I tell myself that because I'm like, no one else is. So I appreciate you saying that, love. Aurora Wonderlust says, ciao. At Eugene. These are both of my friends from Thailand, y'all. We have a great community here. If you're somebody out there who's, like, interested in moving to Thailand, interested in moving to Bangkok or whatever, you're not sure if you make friends, trust me, you will. ATM International says, good morning, Bria. Good morning. Good night. It's nighttime. But good morning, love. Eugene Vasquez says, make me a mod. I won't even charge. Eugene. I don't know if you want to be a mod for Briamaine's channel, because these folks are wild. You might have some PTSD after being a mod for my channel, but we'll talk about it. Detroit, Michigan says, completely understand what you're saying. I'm against building someone else's dream before mine. For sure. That's where I am too. I have other job opportunities. Why didn't you take them? And I was like, no, I don't. I want to do what's right for me. I want to build my brand. I want to build my business. Like, I've worked 10 plus years building other people's businesses. I'm like, I'm just over it. I don't want to be a good, for lack of better words, slave. I'd rather be a poor entrepreneur. I'd rather be a moderate entrepreneur than be a fucking awesome slave. But we're not going to go that deep into that because that's not what my channel's about. Let me see. Aurora Wonderlust says, at Eugene Vasquez, I was thinking the same. Let's do one night each. One night of what? Us recording each other? Of moderating each other? But yeah, we gotta support y'all. We got so much manpower in the tribe. We can be just optimizing it like Optimus Prime. Like, I don't understand why we aren't. I'm not sure how to say your name. Biknitsy. BKNZTY. In all caps says, but you have not lived long enough to talk as if your opinions is facts. Stay very humble. I don't think my opinions are facts at all. I try to be humble, and I'm very open to learning. Let me see. Did I go backwards? And I'm like, what is going on in this fucking chat? I'm sorry, excuse me, guys. Just in case we have a 10-year-old in here like we did last time. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Probably should put my glasses on. DQ says, visit Canada. Okay. I want to comment on that just because Canada is on my bucket list. And I don't know if you guys have seen Trailer Park Boys. And it's a show. I think it was on Netflix. But it's about, like, some dudes living in Canada. And that was kind of, like, my first real interest. I've never been to Canada. I've only just seen, like, Canadian, like, shows or like humor and stuff. And Trailer Park Boys, when I was in college, I was like a young breeski, like early 20s. Like, my Ugandan boyfriend at that time was like, you gotta watch this show, it's hilarious, it's a bunch of Canadian people showing their ass, it's great. And I was like, I'm not interested, it seems boring, I don't want to watch it, you're so immature. Whenever I would go to his house to hang out with him, he'd be playing it. I'd be like, oh my God, like this guy. And then as I grew a little bit older, I started watching it, and I was like, this shit is fucking hilarious. Like, I love Trailer Park Boys, and I don't want to say that as, like, this is an encompass of, like, Canadian people. But what I will say is that I think Canadian people are very unproblematic and keep to themselves. I wouldn't have even really thought about going to Canada had I not seen that show, because I just thought of Canada as like Alaska, like it's just cold and friendly up there, and like it's cool to be friendly, but I mean, do I get the same benefits? I'm not a citizen, you know? But watching Trailer Park Boys, oh my God, like I love Canadian culture. I want to visit, I plan on visiting, and not even just there, not even just like the area where, I think, what was it called? You guys tell me in the chat if you know, but it's like off to the east part of like Canada where that movie or TV series was shot. But like overall, like I'm not really interested in like going to Toronto or like some big city. I want to see like some like off part of Canada. Like I want to see like the slang. Like I want to see like pretty much the hood. I want to see the hood of Canada. And I might end up there, honey, but yeah, sorry. I just went on a tangent with that, but I'm like, if you have not seen Trailer Park Boys, you have not even really lived life. Like, let's be honest. Like, it's for Canadian people, at least. They got tours. They had, like, a freaking cruise. I was trying to get the Trailer Park Boys cruise, like, 2 years ago, and that shit was booked up. They were like, honey, please. We are so popular, you don't even know. Oh my God. The chat makes me just go off on other ways. It's crazy. ATM International says, please check out Nairobi, Kenya. I'm interested in going to Africa for sure. I'm actually very interested in going there after I leave Thailand. So y'all gotta stay tuned with me. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notifications bell. I might be in Africa next time you check in. Who knows? Aurora Wonderlust says, I've been to 8 to 9 African countries. Africa is beautiful. When you're going to move there, I'm coming too. We can move together. We can be roommates, Aurora. Me and Aurora, we can be African roommates. Like, girl, South Africa, like, and even not. There's other options, but Trust me. 2026 is gonna hit different. Kenya, yes, so beautiful. Even Botswana or Uganda. I'm up for all of that. People been sleeping on Africa. I won't be. Not anymore. I might have to stack some money in 2025, but yeah, there's some changes coming. And even South American countries, like, I don't know. Maybe because the men, I don't know. I don't want to be like that, but I'm like, oh, maybe I might move to Colombia. Like, maybe move somewhere. Who knows? But anyway, it's going to be me and Aurora. We're going to be roommates. 2026. Stay tuned. ATM International says, I've been to Ghana and Kenya. Wonderful. Aurora Wonderlust says, I surely lived in Morocco, then Botswana, Kenya, Rwanda, South Africa. Girl! How'd you end up in Thailand? So yeah, I had to go off camera for that. I'm like, girl, you should have stayed there, got a house, called me, then we could be roommates. But of course, if you didn't come to Thailand, then we wouldn't have met. Oh my God. It's the world we live in, Eugene Vasquez says, taking off. Have a good night and good stream. Bye, Eugene. Thanks for joining. I got to get your interview soon. We can reschedule that. I will text you. ATM International says, Aurora, wow, that's a lot of traveling. What's your favorite African country so far? Y'all having a good chat? Yes. Keep it chatting, chat. Just so you know. Keep posted, keep tuned, because me and Aurora might be in an African country near you very soon. Let me see. Banath says, Grand Rising Royal Family. Nick Will Travel says, watching from Jamaica. How's everyone doing? Hi, Nick. Thanks for joining us from Jamaica. Definitely hit up my girl Aurora. She's been there before. It's on my bucket list. I want to visit Jamaica, but we're just out here hanging out, chatting. I'm trying to live stream every day this month for Black Excellence, just because it's Black History Month. I don't know, never done it before. But you guys, half the time, I don't even know what I'm going to talk about when I get on these streams. I literally just be like, I'm about to stream. What should I talk about? But realistically, I just want to give myself. I'm like, I'm going to try and give myself once a day, to you guys. I think that's pretty fair. And let's see if we can grow some kind of community out here who's really interested in either traveling abroad, nomad life, whatever it is, or just supporting content creators, Nick, you said, yeah, I'm leaving in September. Where are you coming to Thailand, or are you going somewhere else? Nick Will Travel says, having a topic is great, but it's more interesting when we just let it flow naturally. Bana says, absolutely. I'm glad you guys said that, because to a certain extent, I was like, oh my God, like, I want to live stream with you guys, but I don't really know, like, should I talk about something specific? Like, I'm not sure what people want to talk about. I'm like, maybe just showing up. Like, I'm just going to get on live, and I think that should be good enough. We're just going to chat, like, we're going to talk about whatever we think about talking about. And especially with my content, like, I do vlogs where you guys can catch up with me, what I've been doing over a certain period of time. I do shorts where I share certain informational things that I think are important to you guys. I do post to let you guys know certain things I'm posting or what I think is important. But I feel like with the live streams, I feel like they should just be like this. Like, it should just be like interpersonal, where I'm like, this is just me, Briamaine, hopping on the phone. I'm literally recording on my phone, you guys. Like, just get on the camera. I got my computer to see the chats, whatever. But we're really just having a conversation, something that I wish that we could do face to face. But the reality of it is, a lot of things are online. So maybe live stream is really just us being able to connect, but we're online, and it doesn't have to have such a serious topic or anything like that. We could just get in here and chat with each other. Let me look at the chat as I said that. Banath says, speak your heart. Aurora Wonderlust says, this is one of the best genuine. I agree. Well done, Queen. Thank you, Aurora. I appreciate it because sometimes I really be struggling like with the concept of I need to like provide value and substance, and I think just being an authentic person and actually having genuine connections and conversations with people does provide value. So maybe there's not something specific I need to say to you guys, but just showing up and being here, you know? So I appreciate that. Nick Will Travel says, I'm traveling South America, all the countries for 7 months. Then it's the African continent for another year. Then it's off to Europe for 1 year. Then Australia for 6 months. Then it's the... You got it all planned out, honey. Nick, you got it all planned out. And I really love that for you, and I wish you the best on your journey. All I would recommend to you is to be open and be flexible, you know? Because I know me personally, I'm the type of person, I plan everything out. I'm to the T. Like when I travel, I know exactly exactly what activity, exactly what hotel. Like sometimes I have to be flexible and be open to the fact that things change and may not always go my way. But I wish you the absolute best on your travel journey, and I hope everything goes your way. But if it doesn't, be a little flexible, love. Nick Will Travel says, I'm already vlogging my home country, Jamaica. Can you drop the link to your channel in the chat? Like, if you have a YouTube channel or if you're on Instagram, whatever you're on, can you drop that there so that all of us can go and support you? I want to go and see what you're doing. Let me see. Banath says, have a peaceful, positive, beautiful day. Sisters, be well, stay praying and praising, and I can't read, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. You guys have been wonderful. This chat has been going on for just under 40 minutes, and I loved it. I really want to continue doing these live streams with you guys this month and seeing where they go, but just having these conversations, like, really mean a lot to me. Like, they really make my night. Like, when I go to bed at night, I'm like, just heart pounding, just pounding, like, boom, 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 from these conversations, because I be to myself, y'all. Like, I don't be talking to people like that. So I appreciate any and everyone who was in this chat, who communicated with me. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. It helps my stream. If you like to continue with me on my journey, subscribe to the channel, join the fam. And of course, you can hit that notification bell if you want to be informed the next time I post, especially live. But I'm telling you guys, I'm going to dedicate myself to doing this every day this month. It's like literally, like I'm literally like, why did you say this on live? You're gonna do this? And now I have to be dedicated to it. But we're gonna do it, and I just appreciate y'all for being with me. So whatever couple chats are here, I'm gonna read them, and I'm gonna get up out of here, y'all. Let me see. Nick Will Travel says, my channel is my name. I don't like dropping links in other YouTubers' channels. I can understand that because the comments be a hot mess, honey. I know. Tonight, y'all were, ooh, I appreciated the chat tonight. I've had other nights where I'm like, y'all are acting up. Y'all are doing too much, you know. But tonight, this was nice, chill, you know. But I get you, Nick. You know, if you guys want to talk to me more personally, I'm on my Discord on a regular basis. The description is in my channel. No, the link is in my channel description. If you want to join my Discord, hit me up. I respond faster than you probably expect. That's where I talk to my folks who really vibe with my channel, and I can understand why Nick is saying you don't want to drop that, but it's all good. We're gonna stay in touch. ATM and I just say international. I think that's what it is. You have to make him a moderator so he can drop his link. I do think I need a moderator soon, but you know, I'm not in a rush. I've been dealing with trolls all my life. All's my life I has to fight. Like, that's how I feel, you know? So I'm like, yeah, I need a moderator, but it's whatever. Banath says Yahawashi Pranuk. That's what I'm saying, girl. Ooh. Forgive me. Just forgive me, because it's not gonna work. Nickel Travel says, at ATM, I'm not seeking moderation. I'm just a chill dude, but I appreciate the thought. I'm gonna keep you in mind, honey. You might end up being a moderator and don't even want to be. You just might show up on a live and be like, how am I a it's gonna say moderator. Nick. All right. Nick Will Travel says, I only entertain positive energy. Life is too abundant. I try to do the same. It's difficult being a content creator because you're constantly like blasted with like negative stuff from certain people, but I try to just be a light, shining, bright butterfly, flattering through the darkness, you know? All right, y'all. I think this is a good time to get up out of here. It is 9:01 p.m. here in Bangkok. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who joined this live stream, everyone who supports my small but humble channel, and everyone who comments and, you know, engages with me in the chat, because I really appreciate it and I love talking to you guys. So if you enjoyed this live, hit the like button, subscribe, notification, blah, 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 all that BS, you know, and just pray for me. We're very early in February. I'm trying to go live every day in February. This has been a difficult task, but I appreciate everyone who has supported me thus far, and I'm going to catch you in the next live. And please stay tuned, because I got some vlogs posting. I got another Nomad chats posting. Like, y'all, we're working. We're very productive in 2025, and I hope to connect with more of y'all. So until the next time we chat, peace, love, and, you know, get some rest, y'all. I'm about to go to bed. Y'all starting your day. Bye. I'm going to sleep. I'm out.